Welcome to the Toxic Tavern, where we'll go through all the dodgy things that happens in D&D and all the good things if I can get those type of stories. This is the story of the Unchecked Sheet by Big Bandit 01 for D&D horror stories on Reddit. DM here. I want to start this story off by saying always check your players' characters' sheets before a game, even if they're your friends. This story starts with us playing a while beyond the Witchlight campaign. Everyone made a character sheet and we were all very close friends. I trusted them to make sheets on their own, which if you read my statement above you should never do. Not even when you tell them the outlines of what they should include. We begin session 1 and I ask everyone about who they played and what not. We have a necromancy wizard, an arcane trickster rogue, and I shit you not, the most degenerate furry roleplay character I think I've ever seen. Writing this, more and more details are coming back to me. In my discussion about making characters, I specifically mentioned the player handbook stuff is okay and any other book I owned at the time was okay, but homebrew needed to be brought to my attention. This did not happen. We ended up in Ember, the Marine Kitsune Furry Warrior of America. It gets worse. When they told me they were a Marine, I was in full D&D mode and I asked them if they meant a Mariner type, to which they said yes. I had thought, okay, it's some kind of homebrew they didn't show me, but that's okay. A boat-themed class won't do well here in the Feywells, but I'll make it work. Also, they had mentioned several times over that they were a Kitsune, and explained as though we didn't know what a kitsune were. That kitsune are basically just sexy fox furries. This annoyed one of the other players and I, as we were both very into mythology and pantheons of various peoples throughout the history. Also, they pronounce it kitsune, which is just wrong, and I will not expound any further on this. We started role-playing and everything is awful. Whenever they take a game action, they preface it with, the fox furry would like to, or the sexy fox will. And that's just disturbing, as nobody else at the table is a furry. We put up with it until we find the Kenku who had stolen someone's voice, at which point Mr. Fox Furry says, I'll pull out my 1911 and shoot him. What? I literally laughed and asked him where he got that. He said it was from his class. Then it clicked. Not a mariner, a marine. I had to clarify with him because I was stunned, but yes, he said his character had a US Marine and that was a 1911 was one of his weaker guns. At that point, I asked to see their sheet and straight up told them that this was not okay. I said that the campaign was not a furry role-playing session. We are not using guns and this homebrew is not okay and was never brought to my attention. Their response, a different DM said it was okay though. I knew the other DM they were referring to and we do not get along at all. We put a pause on session 1 until they made a new character, both of a core class and either human-like race or a beast race if they stopped acting like a woo-woo, woo-woo, furry, loving, sexy, blah. They chose human and ended up with Jade the Paladin. The game went on as usual after a few minor retcons and timey-wimey things, but they were on their phone the rest of the game, blaring loud TikToks from furry accounts across the table, disturbing everyone else. Oh, that's a hard one. I don't understand the requirement for guns in a D&D thing. It's just, it gets me. And then putting the furry sexuality thing into it, that's like, oh, oof. If it was a bunch of furries around the table, fine. Well, that is you do you. But shit, I'm gonna put on my Glock. Shotgun. What can we do, guys? What can we do? Got any comments on this? Let me know.